So our two suspects right now, I want to start the video off by establishing who I think are the two suspects. Meekin, suspect number 1. Backup suspect, depending on the evidence we're about to look at, backup suspect is Soda. Those are the top 2 right now. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor. Good, thanks. This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This too.
Soda put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this? Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here. No? What do you mean?
Well?
Even if they know they're not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
Fine.
So that's why they destroy the camera. Seems plausible enough. I've watched your videos of this game. I'm looking forward to figuring out who the mastermind is. Dude, we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, Bullet's correct. We hope it's not Meekin, because I don't want her to die already. I like her a lot, and she's basically bae for us this game. But it's most likely that it was her. And I wouldn't necessarily blame her for killing Hiyoko, because, you know, Hiyoko's a fucking bully to her. They hesitate to commit murder in front of a camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this? And then what was that thing I saw? Yeah, that was not it. Criminal psychology is not what Sony's talking about. Well, it is, but... Meekin, why'd you do it? Talk to me. If only I'd noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. When did you realize Ibuki was missing? After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room, and that's when it came to me. That I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing one more time before I go to sleep. And that's when I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. And so that's what happened. And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story. I'm sorry, it's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right, we were together until you went to the on-call room. That's right, we were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So I don't doubt you, I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please spare my life at least. I'm sorry, Meekin, but... what happened to not doubting me? Meekin's account... there's lapses in there, and there's moments of which she does not have an alibi. Okay, we'll talk to Sonia.
Something like this.
It's happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it.
How cool.
This is the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Now those 2 are no longer here. Such a tragedy. Is that spelled correctly? Yeah, it is. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. 2 of our friends were killed. That's all the more reason why we can't just leave this alone, right?
So just as I thought.
We must do this then, for the sake of the 2 who have fallen. Thanks for the hosting, I appreciate it. Okay, I don't really care about their accounts. I kind of want to go look at the evidence. So let's go look at the stage. We have... Baby Mafia is wearing an eye patch. It's because he doesn't have an eye. It's the rope that was tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. Is hanged the right word there? Shouldn't it be Ibuki hung herself with this rope and died? Okay. From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained from the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from there? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it?
Hey!
Excuse me, Meekin, do you have a moment? What happened? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Is it hanged? Also, everyone in the chat can hear me, right? I didn't check my audio, to be honest, before I started the stream, and now I'm super paranoid about it. Hello? Yeah, okay. It should be running. Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see.
So Ibuki died by hanging herself. That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right, yep, I got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. Hiyoko was the annoying little brat. As usual, I have no idea what he's up to. The lolly. Rope used for hanging has been added to the tree. I don't agree that. There's blood on this thing. I guess technically that would make sense, because when you die, all the liquid leaves your body, and so there would probably be blood. It doesn't, like, leave your body, but you know what I mean. There's nothing really holding it in anymore. But that does look like there's a little bit of violence. So maybe Hiyoko killed Ibuki, and then then Mikan killed whatever. Well, I want to actually see the blood first, because there's a blood trail that drags Hiyoko over to that thing. The stepladder is tipped over on its side. Thanks. This must be the stepladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw. Isn't that a blood stain? Look, there's blood around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, then it must be Hiyoko's blood.
Yep.
That's the only thing I can think of. Wow. Are you sure you're not the ultimate detective? A bloodstain that probably belongs to Hiyoko is on the left side of the stepladder. What does it mean? The stepladder has been added. It means that it's possible that Hiyoko was involved in this death. And I don't want to talk to you. I want to click on the bloodstain. Can I not click on the bloodstain? Like, there's a clear drag mark there. Hiyoko's body is suspended against the pillar of the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Damn it, who did this? I don't care. Hiyoko sucked. According to the Monokuma file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looks like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hiyoko's kimono like this? Oh, the different bow. Her kimono is all disheveled. Also, her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body there. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. So that means Gundam didn't do it. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? I'm looking forward to the last trial. We might get to it in this video, or in this stream anyway. I might edit the video for YouTube. But yeah, the investigation periods in Danganronpa 2 are a lot shorter. Mostly because it seems in this game a good amount of the evidence comes from during the trial. Even if it is possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right?
Hey!
So you mean Mikan. Do you have a minute? No, you're in the way. Thank you.
Now.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with. Help?
Actually...
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bludgeoning from inside Hiyoko's kimono. So I was thinking that she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono.
Huh?
That's exactly it.
Why?
Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Don't mess with me. Are you saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? See you, Valkyrian. And something will happen to someone at some point in the game. It's true. Fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else.
Hey!
Akane!
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey.
Well, there's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something inside Hiyoko's kimono. Can you feel around for that?
What?
I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hyoko's kimono, right? Jesus Christ, this girl's brain dead.
Thanks.
Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is such a wonderful thing.
Now then.
Let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape, binding Hyoko as she struck her hand inside her kimono. Damn it, she's tied up so tight I can't really reach it with my hand. Oh wait, hold on.
Yo.
There's something. Is this what you were looking for? Is this a key?
Perhaps.
It looks different than the keys to the cottage, so this may be the key to her motel room. The key to her motel room, huh?
But
If her key was so deep inside her kimono that it'd be hard to remove, then it's very unlikely that the killer tampered with this evidence.
isn't that right?
Because if this is a trap, they would have put it more towards the front of her kimono so we'd notice it easier. Which means we can conclude this is something Hyoko had with her all along. I'm not sure how that's relevant yet, but okay.
Hey,
Also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything. But you looked like you were curious about the condition of Hyoko's body, right, Hajime? No, not really. Of course, that's why I'm investigating. Hey, what's up, King of Games? It's true there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Of all those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is
see?
the way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hyoko's neck, don't you think? No. Hide the wound on her neck? I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess that's a big help for our investigation. No, it's not. There's a vein that runs through your neck, and I can't think of it right now. That basically means you instantly die if it gets cut. What's the fucking name of it? But anyway, blood would splurt out of there at a fucking incredibly fast rate. So if you were to if you wanna not get blood all over yourself and over everyone, you would tape it shut almost instantly. She'd still die. I don't know, whatever. The reason for the low volume of blood is because there's duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If her body was left alone after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. A sea of blood, huh? Two dead bodies floating in a sea of blood, that's enough to make anybody faint. You know who doesn't like blood? Mikan doesn't like blood. Also, there's a candle here. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. Jugular, thank you. Hey, what's up, Tony? It's the dye of slit neck vein. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's basically anything in your neck, but that's what I meant, is the jugular vein. And it comes out at a rate of like a couple pints a second. So you'd be basically dead and very soon. And that's why you'd want to cover it up, is so it wouldn't just fucking spray all over you. The dull light in that video must have been coming from this candle. Nah, Togo's not in this game, dude. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used the normal stage lighting. Not if they killed the power. With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Gamer Girl was silently staring at the stage floor. Hey, thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Did something drop on the floor there? Yeah, her emotions. Nothing dropped, it's just dirty. Dirty?
Hey, hey.
See, take a close look at the floor. It's the bloodstain I was talking about. If you look closely, you're right, there's a smudge as if something was wiped off. This isn't something. Is this a bloodstain? My last test went pretty good. I appreciate everyone in the chat remembering that I had exams last week and asking about it. I'm now drinking a little bit more during this stream because I don't have to worry about school tomorrow. Well, a bloodstain isn't strange. Hyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
But still.
Rather, what's strange is why did the killer try to hide it? Hide it?
So.
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain. As long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a bloodstain. The thing is, in this game, not the game Danganronpa 2, but in the killing game, you would want the murder to be discovered, because you'd want the class trial. It'd be all about misleading everybody, rather than it not being discovered. So you're clearly not trying to hide anything. You want to let everyone know, yo, I slashed this bitch's throat. Well, not you specifically, but this person's dead. My exams went pretty well, I think. I think I should have gotten a B or higher on every one. I think. So what was the killer trying to hide? Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Smudge on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The eggnog might have been a bit stronger than I thought. Oh well. What's this fucking hemp bag? Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. But why does she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag, upon further inspection, there's a Monami decal on the fabric. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. It's a hemp bag! It's more environmentally friendly. Anyway, what's up, Ibuki? Oh, I bought a really cool hoodie online. Mikan hates blood. Why did she become a nurse? Who the fuck knows? Mikan's weird. Adorable, but weird. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. The soles of her shoes are dirty, not the soles of her feet. Hashtag grammar. It's blood, right? So it wasn't wiped clean on the floor. They weren't trying to hide anything. Ibuki walked over it. There shouldn't have been any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this blood belongs to someone else. Blood on the soles has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. It also doesn't make sense to me. Both of these characters have like flip-flops / sandals on, and they were both hanging at one point, and the shoes didn't fall off, and that really bugs me. Wouldn't they? Right? That would make sense. Okay, anyway.
Damn right.
Hey Hajime, can I talk to you for a sec? No. You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag, though. But I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope.
Like...
Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up.
Well...
That helps. There's no time of death written in the Monokuma file this time. That's just like in the first game, when Taka and Himafumi died, they didn't give us times of death. Which means the time of death is very important to this case, for some reason. I actually don't think it matters, but whatever. So I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true, their estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file. Ibuki's dead before she was hung? No. Hiyoko would be dead before she was hung. And then was tied up later. But I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. Two different deaths happened at the same time, there's no way that's a coincidence. What do I have left to look at? Oh, curtain? There's a black curtain hanging by the far side of the room, or of the stage, Jesus. The curtain, it's not wide enough, it can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
It's not really a full-length curtain. Yeah, it's a suicide pact. This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See, the back of the curtain is taped for temporary use. Just like the curtain at the supermarket. So you're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
So...
If they went that far, it was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime. Why do they need it? Who knows? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easy. Music venue curtain has been added to the truth bullets. I don't need to read that. Okay, I think we're good on everything up here. Yeah. Wait, what? What else do we need to investigate? Oh, the temperature thing? This looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust the hot air in the music venue with this. Alright, I should mess around with it a little, like so. It's running as a heater, over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm researching it, and from what I found, it says it takes 5 seconds to 4 minutes to die by being hung or hanging themselves. Does anyone know if it's true? If you just hang yourself, this is gonna sound super fucking morbid, but if you just hang yourself and you don't snap the neck, it would take you about 4 minutes because you need to completely suffocate to die. But judging on based on the height of the stepladder, and since the pole above her that held the lights also held Ibuki's weight, that means most likely when the stepladder was removed from her feet, based on either she jumped off or it was kicked out from under her, her neck would have snapped upon falling, and that's why the bruise is around her neck. So most likely she didn't die from suffocation, she died from her neck being snapped. But the 4 minutes would usually be if you just suffocated from it and it didn't properly break your neck. Anyway. Now I know why it's so damn hot. I better try to turn off the heater for now, that should cool things off a little. AC temperature has been added. Alright, that should be everything, I believe. Nope, this piano bench thing. Oh, nope, it's a control panel. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can use this control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we use this to lower Ibuki's hanged body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw. It had a dim candlelit ambiance to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use this lighting? Was there a reason that would have been inconvenienced them?
So you have appeared.
I see, so you noticed it too, Fiend. Noticed? So you didn't notice. Are those eyes just little glass balls? Take a good look at the baton lighting above your head. Have you noticed that aberrant item? Look at the baton lighting? You mean that? There's something that looks like a black paper stuck to the baton lighting. So you finally noticed. But I can't really see it from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time and...
I can see it!
There is no need.
Go by 4 dark devas of destruction!
Mirage Golden Hawk Jump Pay. Now is the time for you to take flight. Feast your eyes upon the brave souls of my 4 dark devas of destruction. A hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up to the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. What the fuck? It started running around this stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. And then the paper fluttered downward and was deftly caught by Gundam. Did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil eye wielder. That's amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks. They're my 4 dark devas of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. So what's with the paper? It seems to be some kind of thick paper, though it does not have any special spells scribed into it. It appears it's nothing useful. No, that's not it. There's no doubt this is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, is too unnatural. A scrap of thick paper has been added. Alright, are we good now? Now I need to talk to people. The only people I have left to talk to are these 4. So let's go one by one.
Damn right.
Hajime, take a look at this. What?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it? It was broken.
Like...
Something like that is in front of the door. You think it might be a really big clue? Why would this be a clue?
Hey.
Remember when we came to the music venue? The only thing we could do is force our way through. I wonder if that's gonna be possible. Oh, whatever. This is us talking about breaking through the door again. The door was locked when we tried to go inside and the 4 was charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of a handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? I don't know how many people we got left. Who's dead? Byakuya, Teru, Peko, Humari? I don't remember her name. Ibuki and Hyoko. So we should have 10 people left. I think. You mean... The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then how was the killer able to get out?
Huh?
Oh, avoidable brings up a good point. 10 if Nekomaru is still alive. I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't have been able to escape outside.
Like...
Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us.
I get it.
You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere.
Damn it.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like he said, that might be possible, but...
I've listened to the whole story.
Gamer girl, that was kind of a cool entrance.
Well?
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it?
See?
Looks like there's a weird glob right on the where the right and left door touch, see? You're right, what is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
It doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Nom. Why are you putting it in your mouth? I'm really uncomfortable about the eating noises that's taking place here. It smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop? And this chewiness. This thing might be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. I'm not a fan of anything happening right now. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly smoothly in the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Just as I thought, it tastes nasty. A green goo tastes nasty? Thanks for eating it and verifying it. She spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider that some kind of clue, right? Semi-transparent glob. Thanks for that. Anyway, I'm starting to like Fuyuhiko a little bit. Are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's what we call love, ladies and gentlemen. I missed the clap, so that effect kind of weird. That's weird, there's no way I've got that kind of weakness. It'd probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Did you direct your gaze to the brave stature of my 4 dark days of destruction?
Hajime.
This might be imprudent of me to ask, but impotent, Jesus Christ, words. Will you listen to what I have to say? No.
Hey.
I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning, right? So what? Can you provide me with a summary of the incident? No, see ya. I need to reach the truth behind this incident for the sake of dedicating my body to an even greater hope. No. Nice!
Wow.
Don't make me repeat myself, no. This guy just wants to confuse us. There's no way I'm going to tell him what he wants to know.
How unfortunate.
Get fucked. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like it's inside the storage room. Might as well investigate in here too. Why are you in... There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed on here. There's a rip from where that black paper showed up. It's like they made a bunch of them and had too many... Oh. If compared to last time, it feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? Maybe they scraped all the glue from the bottom of the stickers off to put on that door. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf, it looks like wallpaper. There's a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper, it looks a little torn, but what does that mean? Oh, I guess I have to talk to fucking Nagato. What do you want? Did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it, or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey.
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko. That probably all came from the storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? I'm not siding with the killer, you know? I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it.
But...
That's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
man.
But I can't say for certain, though. No, everyone's no longer sick, Tony, because once the murder took place, the motive leaves. So Monokuma cured everybody. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
Hajime.
By the way, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
If you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some useful information. Probably not. See ya, dude. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind when I die.
Damn it.
That's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey.
You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously, the movie theater. After he said that, Nagato walked out of my sight. Movie theater? Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? I guess that's everything important in the storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. Someone's gonna pop out and be like, guys, I found this thing. Alright, with this we might be close to the finish investigating the music venue. But I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Yo. How about it, Mikan? Have you found out anything by now? To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault, the music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. No one else would have thought of that but Mikan. Because of the heat, is that possible? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see, that might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird.
But...
Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? Yeah, so you couldn't think of who was killed first. I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. But something tells me it's Hiyoko, then Ibuki. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistake in the order of the murders. Imitation murder?
Huh?
You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew.
See?
It's a murder where the killer uses creative work like a song or film as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. That movie?
Good instincts.
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people. The goal was an imitation killers. Even so, why did they feel the need to go do something like that? Jesus, can we just quit cutting the corners?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if it was really an imitation of that movie, just tell me the movie! Then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This
It's certainly conceivable if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed. Are you guys worried there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things would got out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I've prepared a perfect countermeasure. On the killing school trip, the same Blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people. You mean you've added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the Blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? The new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then will there not be any more killings? Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think of someone who would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers?
So...
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Hiyoko and Nobuki were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for 1 person, right?
I am concerned.
If you can only choose one based on the majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2, or 4 incidents overlap one another?
Silence!
It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey.
Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time, so it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Wow. I don't like
Alright,
this.
fine, that's right, there's always 1 killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. I ended up giving you a huge hint, she made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated, I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see, so there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. That doesn't necessarily mean that Ibuki or Hiyoko couldn't have been a killer because they died, which means there's only 1 killer existing at one time. If someone else who's currently living killed the other who committed the murder. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little.
Yep.
That makes things a little easier, just like what happened with Taka, Himifumi, and Celeste. Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it means the 3rd victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what? Like I said, that movie.
Oh my.
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets. Then the invitation is... Of course, it's an imitation of that movie. I fucking hate everyone. Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see, Naruto mentioned something about that. And it can't be helped, I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. We're going to the movie. Theater. I see, so you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. And I should get going too, there are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, gamer girl? Probably the hospital for sure. First victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on in the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to the despair disease, we cannot go there for some time. Thanks for the recap. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. Akane, why are you still here? Just a little more time and I'll be back to my old self. This ain't like me at all. Okay, good talk. Alright, I guess we'll go to the hospital first so we can find something that incriminates Mikan. Is that what I meant to do? Ow. I'm pretty sure that's what I meant to do. We ran to the hotel first. Oh, excuse me. I just remembered I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone. I don't even know. Oh. Alright.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there's no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Gamer Girl at his motel when we were about to go back to the music venue. You met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
I see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door and discovered Hyoko's body was there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey.
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Gamer Girl? As I recall, Manami, Gundam. Oh, that's it. Besides Gamer Girl, I also saw Gundam and Manami.
I see.
I see. So, Soda and Sonia didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like...
Well, Hyoko was killed. Between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but... While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi, too. I have not taken a look at the Danganronpa V3 demo. I don't know what it's on and where you could play it. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what's going on, and she said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
Well, yeah.
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well...
No, we went to the movie theater in the street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Alright, I guess that kind of clears Mikan if he was with her. So I guess that makes Soda our primary suspect now. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact is, Hyoko was killed and we did discover her body.
Huh?
What, do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you, encasing you in concrete. I'd want to know in advance what I have to do to end up like that. Okay.
So
You're here, right? Come on out. Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? That doesn't necessarily mean Mikan's safe, because if we understand the order of the murders correctly, Hyoko was killed before Ibuki. So she just went down to number 2 in the suspect list, though. She's still a suspect. I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Which room was Hyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? Here we go. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened, just as I thought. This key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. So Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted. Oh, hi, Sonia.
Oh my!
Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. What, did something happen? How did she get in here? No, it's just... I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. What does that mean? There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. Good talk. The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her want to lock herself in a room?
Perhaps.
Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be a good idea for her to go outside for a bit. She got the door to her room locked, but by coincidence it was not locked at the time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. I thought she learned how to tie her sash. Maharu was no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Maharu. That Maharu kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Maharu taught her. I cannot really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Hiyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it!
You literally just couldn't do it a little bit ago.
Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue?
Oh, she's setting her up.
If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be.
Could it be Hiyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked herself and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, Gamer Matt, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident, or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in our conversation. Something tells me the way Hiyoko died, now that I stuttered over it a bunch of times, is that Hiyoko was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so she got killed for it. Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? I don't think the killer knew. I think the killer just accidentally ran into Hiyoko. Something's wrong. Sonia's account has been added. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Alright. Good talk. See you guys. Back to the island. I need to crack my neck really bad. Ugh. I crack my neck in the weirdest way, and I can never make it to, Wait, Soda. Soda stalks Sonia. We know this because Soda even listened in on the beach party thing, so maybe heard about this too? I don't think Sonia knows how to tie Hiyoko's sash. I don't think anyone knows, except Maharu. Sonia wouldn't know how to tie the sash because she's not Japanese. I think there's a special way to tie it or something. Isn't this electricity thing weird? That's what I'm thinking, that Hiyoko saw the murder and that's how she ends up dead. Is because she saw the murder. It's likely that Soda's the killer. But I don't think that he did it because... Or I don't think Hiyoko died because he knew that Hiyoko was going to be there. I think it was a spur-of-the-moment type kill. If it was Soda. Alright, Nagato.
Hello there.
I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? In this case, the case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know, I haven't watched the movie.
I see.
I see, then you should really watch the movie first.
Hey!
Manager, a customer's here. Why does Nagato always go, "Hey"?
Did you call me?
No.
What?
Hajime is the customer? Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what... Tsunami? What is that? If that's what Hajime looks like, then you're a really tough guy. You were so devoted to being Sundra, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing. Because I got that money!
Listen up.
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagato? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. It's this one. Sorry, I was born stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Here.
It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person, so you only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Look forward
Then
to
I'll
it.
go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hey,
About that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm. So if anyone accuses me, I've got the fact that I didn't watch the movie until said date ready. Because I'm probably going to get accused in this case. Guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations.
No,
Hold on, I'm still in the middle of prepping, don't rush.
Are you sure?
Hasty boys get hated, you know. They might even get hated by boy bears too, you know. You can hate me all you want. Oh. It's a food shop. A lot of things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are all arranged here. I don't think this pertains to the incident. The fact that the bag is gone does, though. That reminds me, that item should be on top of this counter. But it's not. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monami's face on it. Did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag. Useful. Okay, thank you for the throwback here. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Whoa there, were you interested in buying that tote bag?
Too bad.
Well, that's just too bad it's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so stupid.
Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it.
Shocking.
I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one, it's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off.
Well
Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Do I have popcorn? I have Cheez-Its. If we actually start watching the movie, I'll start eating. If a movie plays. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monami 2.5D will be screened shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D, that sounds half-assed.
Now Ben, please relax and enjoy the film.
Oh god, okay. It's Cheez-It time. Sponsored. Just kidding, I wish. They all have their sashes.
Born in a remote village.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I was just hitting the wrong remote building.
Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
What?
And was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard, Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide,
Jesus.
The Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating
This is the best Let's
out of
Play ever.
Monami.
I'm just sitting back eating Cheez-Its while the game plays itself.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
Thumbnail.
And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Well, that was a thing, I guess. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head. Wait, what's your other head? Aren't the black and white ones the same head? Now then, let's meet again at the class trial. Now I have to close the box. Excuse me for more loud noises. I'm not gonna edit that out. That was great. Would I rate that movie experience? I'd rate it 10 out of 10 because I just got to eat Cheez-Its and I'm pretty hungry. I'm just too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. Hajime is just not talking, he's disgusted. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? Thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Buki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow. Yoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. Except she didn't get shot full of arrows. It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now. Or, if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. I'm not either. Well, that was a waste of time, considering I never once thought that was an imitation murder, even if I didn't know the crime scene. Or the movie. Thanks for the waste of time. And to the hospital. That should begin the class trial, I believe. No, I don't think that movie means anything. Soda! You're here now. What was it like when you fucking killed Hyoko? Because I wanted to do it. Did you prepare that? You prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man.
No, that's impossible. Yo, you the murderer. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. If the video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
But I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased their wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Thanks. You really helped.
Well?
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. That was useful. Thank you. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
There's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right.
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. The whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will, and then she grabbed the rope, and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something, because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore. Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the Machine Alley was a really old model. Hold on.
Well?
At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah? You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try and stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, gamer girl? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed up the stepladder on her own, right? Stepladder. Yeah, there's no doubt. If so, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure it out that easily. I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? She's upset because she wasn't being able to figure stuff out. Hey, Kane, why are you still here?
Now then.
I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Nekomaru's dead. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. Nice. No thanks. What? She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns.
Yo!
That's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagato was wearing. What about yours? If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagato's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. It's less gross than fucking wearing Nagato's. Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser. It's true. No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well, it's okay, since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Because she's the murderer. Just kidding. It's probably Soda. Looks like this is an open room. There shouldn't be anybody inside. I should look somewhere else. What? But Ibuki was there. Are none of these relevant? Where is the... What a fucking lame-ass piece of shit. It's Ghost Monokuma. Can we click on him? Is he a thing? There we go. He is a thing. Nice.
Are you serious?
We got it. We got coins, guys. We did it. Wow. This is a Monokuma. Nope. This is a Monokuma. It's a alien from space. I'm starting to feel the effects of the eggnog I drank before the stream. Rip the dream. Hey, we haven't been here before. I don't think. I actually want to be in the conference room, the staff room. Oh, this is the on-call room. This is where Mikan and I slept together for the first time. Yay! Anyway, let's check the conference room first. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch?
Hey.
Don't turn it on. Huh? Gamer girl, are you there?
'Cause...
If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed?
Hey.
Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you could turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes.
Aww.
Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Gamer Girl had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window.
Hey.
Were you surprised? No. Why did you want me to poke them at my own eyes, you fucking psycho? Surprised? I don't get it.
Well?
I got it. Got what?
See?
The curtains in this conference room were designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through.
See?
See, a black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light-blocking curtain, so that's why it was so dark. Is something wrong with it? It's the same as we used as the curtain in the music venue, I assume, correct? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. You don't keep a secret! Who are you, Kyoko? She's upset. But still, what was that all about? The bit about being embarrassing if I look and troll fail.
Nope.
I just wanted to mess with you. She's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. What? Secrets don't make friends, gamer girl.
It's me, the class trials, so make sure you guys come to.
Alright, I guess it's time to do the class trial. It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Does it just teleport us there? Come the fuck on. You can at least take us to the rock, right? This isn't it. Okay, it is on this island. We can do this. Don't secrets get you mail bait, Sam? I don't know what that means. What's mail bait? Oh, the island running system in this game. At least we're still steadily leveling up. Leveling up. Oh, here's the rock. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of the Monokuma Rock. And soon enough...
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, jerk, hold it right there.
Monomi's such a dumb child.
My brain works just fine.
Hey!
What did you do with Nekomaru? I see, so you've come to avenge him. Avenged? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say. Oops.
Anyway.
Since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye.
Hold on, I won't let you escape.
Hey, hey!
Did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it, there's no way Nekomaru's dead, he's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead, there's no way, not in a million years.
Well...
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that?
How about it?
Who knows, maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. Stop! What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Let's hurry up and get this over with. You're right. Come to me, Rock. I have to open up my other beer. I need the dialogue to start. It would be real shitty if 4 people died in one episode. It'd speed the game up, though. Which is why they have chapters where 2 people die. Well, those stairs loaded in weird. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. It'd be way cooler if we didn't go down an elevator after, and we just, like, the escalator took us to the court. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined-up silhouettes kept getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly and almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. Ooh, we slightly redecorated it. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time and Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother? What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin. I mean, to be fair, it's a why bother because 1, he obviously didn't commit the murder because he's been hospitalized and dying. 2, he didn't investigate, so what would he contribute? And 3, I don't know what else, but there's 2 really good reasons right there for you. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. Here we go, boys. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sajini, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed and a fucking little tiny bitch bully. Fuck her. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Maharu's death. The person who killed those 2 is among us. I don't like this thing it does at the beginning. I definitely can't believe it. It's the 3rd class trial. Why can't you believe it by now? But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sake. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. But they're dead. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. We already said that. It's Nagato again. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Would you like to save your current progress? I fucking didn't buy skills again. I suck. Whatever. I like this music too. I just like all of the music in this game, really. Let's do this shit.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
the dreadfully wrong person,
punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
You don't have a grasp of anything.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
The auto isn't fast enough.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
That you could have been awake and you wouldn't have gotten it.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
It's true. Anyway, it was soda.
Empty head? What's wrong with that?
Means you're dumb.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
What?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Or we'll just ask me to solve the case, do all the arguments, fucking do all the things, fucking... I always have to do everything.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself...
I'm doing the fucking recap, Sonia, do you mind?
And Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Fuyuhiko, I'm telling the story.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms.
Cleverly not mentioning the fact that we slept together.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was... a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
It's not even heart-pounding yet. The heart-pounding part is when I go and try and save her.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue.
It's true, they should shut up.
But it was too late.
His grammar doesn't match, or his tone, but it was too late, doesn't match his face, because it's all... It sounds like you should say it like, but it was too late. Anyway.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because most people would be there.
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
That's bodyist.
At least, that's what
ableist, whatever the fuck it is.
The only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the
hospital. No! You said you went to go check on everyone before you went to sleep. Why you lying, Beacon? Why are you lying?
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Did you sleep with Mikan too?
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led
The fact that the hair didn't give it away.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
Who else would it have been? Hajime would look a lot better if he didn't have that one little spike on the top of his head. But, I mean, I guess his hair wouldn't look anime if he didn't have that.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Sure.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Because I'm honest and the protagonist and the ultimate detective. Here we go. This is the part where everyone blames me.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Fuck you.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth to you.
Do you doubt me?
Remember when he was like, I don't doubt?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I don't like you. It's just as Kazuchi said, Nagato's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagato. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Shit. I don't know which one of these will do it.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Thank you, Sonia.
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Shut up, Nagato.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Oh, there we go.
Probably is Hajime's fault.
What? You gotta be fucking with me. I'm not the kid. That was the thing. I didn't see the movie.
Hajime's testimony is clear.
I tried to shoot. Why didn't it hit?
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously,
Did Hajime kill both...
the fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No, that's wrong.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
I didn't even get a chance to disprove it. Can you not?
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
I was literally just about to show the ticket. Do you mind? Can everyone not steal my glory constantly in this game?
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happened in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Shut up, Soda. You're suspicious.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Actually,
Don't get mad. just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Actually.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Thanks, Akane.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
She was told by someone to do it.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
Unless Hiyoko was dead first.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
A closed room murder thing, like Kyoko said.
The killer
never forget
the door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
If that's correct, then that means Mikan's not the killer because she helped us break down the door.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Kazuichi. Soda.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
We narrowed this down pretty fast.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
I like Fuyuhiko now. He totally had a redemption arc, and I actually accepted it. And I usually don't accept redemption arcs. Because I don't like redemption arcs usually. But congrats, Fuyuhiko.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
You mean the guy who got shot by a fucking rocket launcher? Yeah.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? No. It's not.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
You'd want the murder to be
Seems they were
discovered.
trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Why do you know that?
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
What? Fucking A.
Crap!
How is that a mistake? The Glob
Killer
fucking
was still
agrees with
inside
that
the music
statement.
venue. By locking the door from, they
Whatever.
tried to keep us. It seems they were.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor in front.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Wait, what are my...
They tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken door?
You can use that as a bolt by doing that. The killer waited till we gathered and suddenly appeared.
So they look like... I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
What? Contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still inside the music by locking the door from the inside.
Nope. What the fuck am I doing here?
Damn it! The killer was still inside the music venue by locking the door from the inside.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
I knew it had to be something with the glob. Hold on a sec. There's
also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There's a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
No. Like glue. Was probably... the gummy! No! Don't fucking can't hear that bullshit again.
Semi-transparent glob. Must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Because Chiaki seems like the type that would eat glue when she was younger.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It's not.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touch.
Oh, everyone else just has a regular axe, except Teru, who has the knife and fork. I'm allergic to peaches. Don't have peach rings.
By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep.
No, Kane wouldn't eat glue. Gamer Girl is definitely the one who is a glue eater.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Get wrecked, Fuyuhiko. Sorry about that.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Shut up.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue,
It still means Sonia's
and created
possible
a closed space.
or not Sonia. Soda's possible. That doesn't really clear him.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier? Why is Hajime shocked? Didn't we already basically confirm that Hiyoko was killed first? Or am I the only one that's put that together?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
That scrap was stuck in the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Oh, we're gonna have to do Hangman's Gambit. I can tell from Hajime's stupid fucking face. God damn it. What was the red piece of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting? I don't know. Not an R. It's not an L. W. R. Nope. Wallpaper? Ow. P, I need a P, I need a P. That hurts. That's gonna hurt. I need an E. There's too many words. There's too many words. E. No, I pressed the wrong button. Wait, what? 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 There! Oh, fuck. E. E. R. Where's an R? Boom! Nailed it.
I got it.
God.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room. We should.
Well, that's the Hangman's Gambit for this trial, at least.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
Right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Wow.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearance?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Thanks, Nagato. You really contributed.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Then the surprise second Hangman's Gambit. Please no. The scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Logic dive. What is that? What is this again? Oh no! Fucking Tron. Let's Play coming soon on youtube.com/CubeEyeStudios. What are they? Okay, this space is jump. Whoa! Oh, I have to hit this to speed up. Okay. Whoa! This is the most video game part of this game, though. Whoa! 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 Question 1. When did Hyoko's body suddenly appear? It was hidden. Nailed it. We got it right. This is a game, I guess. This is actually the best new addition to the class trial in Danganronpa 2, if I'm going to be honest with you. I actually appreciate this one a lot. It doesn't make sense, but what did the killer use to hide her body? A curtain. Oh, the wallpaper. Wait. Oh, damn it. Okay, you can't make that switch. We did it, team. There's like 3 questions in one of these, right? What? Hop! Yeah! Oh, dude, can we do tricks? How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall, they covered the pillar. They covered the pillar. We did it. We figured it out. Are we done now?
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together now that I've played Tron and I entered the fucking, what is it called? What's the digital world called in Tron?
His body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Not true.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Yeah, it's inside a computer, but what's it called?
Lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Never forget 2D. That was for you, Himafumi.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
What does that mean? What's a moss ball? Hang on. We're gonna Google that. Moss ball. Aww. It's cute. Look at it. Oh, this one's in a bubble of water. This one's in the shape of a dog. Oh. Anyway.
I knew it! There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the
Mikan
Scarecrow's
thinks
death
she's
from
suddenly
the
a
movie.
detective. I can't nail down specifically yet, but we're still leaning towards Soda.
Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
That's because that's how they're gonna die in this class trial.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the 2 victims in the movie, I should be able to explain that by now. Because they like movies. To mix up the killing order.
I see!
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing.
Is it possible to watch the stream while using chat? Yes? Wait, what do you mean by that? Yeah? You just don't full screen the video, I guess. I'm not sure what you mean.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
And I can prove that because of the blood on the soles of Ibuki's feet. Or her sandals, technically.
Yeah, it's valid.
I mean, in full screen. Oh, no, I don't think so.
As well.
You can, like, make a theater mode view of the Twitch video that makes the video a bit bigger.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Hung herself! Okay, I'm gonna Google that. Am I wrong? Hanged or hung? Shit, no, I'm wrong. Since when? I'm usually really good about grammar. Hanged and hung. Damn it! It is hanged. Ah. I'm usually so good about grammar. Fuck my life.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
What does that mean?
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Make your argument. Blood on the soles probably is what we use here.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Ah, there we go. That's what I use blood on the soles to agree with.
Footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
Chat apparently likes the pouty face.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet...
I am telling you to... Did you see her walk?
If her feet...
Was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Consent. It's important, ladies and gentlemen.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Yeah, but still, like, large amounts of blood would pour out from a slit throat.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Are you still fucking doubting this dude? Can you not?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good line.
It's true.
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Will it?
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Nope.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Christ. What's he saying? I don't understand what his point is. Smudge on the floor.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ah, impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just see a nice nightmare.
I already did the wrong thing. Despite his exaggerated protest, I feel like I've already seen an opening to counters as a trap.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki... Ah, impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I already knew what I had to do, but I forgot to do the click thing.
The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away.
Every time we do that sword minigame, I always get so caught up in cutting the words that I forget to click to actually progress the scene.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do.
Is Gundam the killer? No, he's not.
You look closely. There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
I think he's too dumb.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Correct.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Wait. Yes.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe that heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Yep.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Shut up, killer.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Ah, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Nagito always runs by something by Monokuma.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
I already said that.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
Wait, if they hit Hyoko's body, wouldn't there be a bulge in the shape of the body? No, because they didn't have to wrap the wallpaper around it tightly.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Or alter ego, single tear, never forget.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, It's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
No.
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see.
Like, what was that even about?
There's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Thanks for the colossal waste of time.
What the heck? There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
She was being told to kill herself.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed
She was the
step
gullible
right?
sort.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
No, we can't kill Nagato. Nagato's gonna make it through the whole game.
There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually right?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Riken doesn't, Soda doesn't, Sonya doesn't.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
What are their accounts again? I really don't remember their accounts. Shit.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Sucks to suck. The murders supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like...
Okay, wait. What are the announcements? Mikan's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Hibuki. They checked the movie theater in Electric Ave. They didn't find anyone. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue's storage room. I think...
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Nope. Okay. What are we doing here?
Crap!
Okay.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Yes.
And what about the...
Right before I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So
what am I
everyone who
supposed to
stayed
do
at
for
the
this
motel
one?
doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No, that's wrong.
Nailed it. Somehow.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Each other.
Up until I saw that hanging
We were banging.
Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Everyone knows now. Thanks, Mikan.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Yeah, that was it. I like that the music cut off for this.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
No, it's like that, Hajime. No, Hajime, it's like that.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
No, it was like that. Gamer girl's jealous. It's okay.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that
Dude,
an alibi for both
Gamer girl's
before
so
and
jealous.
during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Except for Mikan and I.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Class trial suspended. Effect. All sorts of effects being activated. This would have been more powerful than my monster had I not had Mirror Wall. After all, you're my mirror wall. Someone